Hey everyone, Broman Use here. Welcome to some Minecraft. Now, I'm more known for playing other games, but I like to do simple redstone things in Minecraft, and I decided I wanted to see how that'd work out for me in terms of video. So maybe this will start some simple redstone stuff. So today I have something pretty interesting for you. Here's an array of pistons. As you can see, I have my weird power set up. There's probably better ways to do this one, but that's how I have it. Well, actually, let's just hit this button. And the pistons are out. And they stay out. Normally when you power a piston with a button, whereas my example, here it is, you get that. For about a second, it extends. And I have a couple of simple ones like that in my main world. But this stays open. And as you can see, I have multiple setups. So it's going to switch on and off no matter where I go, what I hit, how I do it. It doesn't matter. I can hit the same one twice. I can hit 2 or 3 of them at a time. It doesn't matter. And this is a fairly complex system, or at least it looks it. The way it works is fairly simple in terms of redstone stuff. Your button powers this line, which turns off this torch, which stops powering this block, which allows these 2 blocks to basically go at it, which extends one of these pistons based on which one was the last one used. There's a redstone torch underneath here, as you can see, and that just basically does pretty much everything you need it to do. Based on where the piston is, because this redstone will not travel over this area with the torch where it is. When you put the block over it, it powers the block and it sends the signal out and it runs that piston. And because of the way this works and how the push and pull of the pistons, you'll actually get different power cycles on it. So I hit the button again and it's back open. I can do this forever. I can add lines to it. Let's say here. Doesn't matter. So how does this work? Well, how do you make it is a better question. So if you look at my design here, it looks pretty simple, right? If you just take a look at it, this is the main power structure. Everything else you can pretty much fool around with, where it's coming from, the inputs, the outputs, all that stuff. I actually suggest if you're going to build one of these in a normal world, to build it underground. You can just stair up and down to the, just run a redstone stair basically to get everything to where you need it to be. And similar to a light switch, really plan out where you're going to be powering things from and where the switch is going to be before you build this contraption, because you end up with stuff like this one over here, which was a test bed. It looks pretty cool. This is my first 3 door, but as you can see, this is my entire setup down here. I would never be able to cover this back up because of where the redstone is, and I'd lose half a house just to covering all that because of how poorly I planned this out. So let's get back over here. So from what we saw in my last one, what you need to do is basically this. Drop that out. Oh yeah, I always forget about this one. Even when I'm doing this, I forget about it. Alright. And there's no real reason to use brick, I just like to. Now, make sure to place the pistons before, and put them right here so they make this little edge, before you power anything. Because, well, if you do it the other way, you'll never get the block you need in place in time. Let's put it here. Okay, see how that line's powered, but these pistons aren't going? That's being powered from that right there. And look at that. And within seconds, I have my powered system. Let's show you how it works. Well, that won't work. So you'll be able to see that go red in a second. See? Lighten up. Pretty good, huh? And you can use this to do doorways, traps, lighting if you feel the need to use glowstone torches. It's really useful for almost anything, and you can have multiple things hook up to it. So you can have, say, a staircase rise up when you, put something in or whatever. I don't know. Whatever you want to do, really. Of course, my favorite is always doing multiple powers. So let's do that now. So let's grab this here. And why not? Let's do this. This, of course, would be completely unpalatable to most people in a house. It would look terrible. Oh, good, the rain stopped. And if these are sticky pistons, this would look a lot better. But you can do doorways like this so they'd pull back on each other. I mean, there's a lot to do. So I hope everyone learned a bit from this. Let's go show this one. This is one I built completely flying, which was a terrible idea, but it gave me an idea of how far down I had to go to get this to work. So if I wanted a too wide or too tall piston door, that would be at eye level, and a button on eye level. Let's say like that. And then this button here, which actually powers the exact same piece of redstone, which is just efficiency. But that would be the most workable solution, right? I would imagine. Just like that. Very easy system. You don't have to put a secondary button inside the house somewhere, you know, completely stupid. Actually, this can go away. So you'd still end up with something almost 12 units tall, just to get this to work like this. So once again, I suggest just digging down into your house, building this contraption, and figuring out where exactly you want everything to go first, because it'll save on a lot of space and time. I hope everyone had a good time, and I'll see you next time I decide to do one of these, I guess.